Hey, do you ever run late because you forgot to rewind your watch? Yeah, I didn't think so either, but that happens to me. And people don't really take that as an excuse. I don't know why. Hey, I also, every now and then, I cut pieces of photo paper. Like regular photo paper, light sensitive paper that I would use in my darkroom, in a size of 4x5 sheet film. Put this into a sheet film holder, like if this was film. Put it into my 4x5 camera, you know, Graflex speed graphics, so my pinhole camera, and go out and shoot. There's now photo paper in it, and I use it as if it was film. I think I already made at least one video about it. I put a link to that video into the description page if you wanna see the entire video. It's there for your viewing pleasure. Hey, when you take pictures like that, then the end result is a negative image on a photo paper. And then somehow I need to turn this negative image into a positive. And there are two ways that I've used. One is digital. I go and scan this negative and then I turn it into a positive with my digital tools. But as we all know, digital is so yesterday, so there must be also an analog way, and that is contact printing. What you do is that you take an unexposed photo paper, you put it on a flat surface, and then you put your negative on top of it. And then you shed some light on it. What I do is that I just turn on the lights in my darkroom, the regular lights, for 2 seconds, and that seems to be enough to let some of the light go through the negative and expose the paper underneath, producing a positive image. Contact printing from this paper negative to a paper positive. Now the challenge of this method is obvious. First of all, you can't change the size of the print. It's always the same size as the negative image. And then you can't really do any dodging or burning or any other means of post-processing, which are so essential, at least for my work in the dark rooms. So then I thought, hey, can I go all the way? Could I use these paper negatives as I would use a regular film negative? Like go all the way with this. So I wanted to try. First I wanted to find which paper would be the best to be used as a negative. And I figured that it needs to be a paper that is most transparent. So I went and looked at some of my old prints against light and compared them. And I think that the most transparent of them all was this. It's a Fomaspeed Fomapan 313 that I had in my storage. It's a resin-based paper, and it's sort of like, it's not transparent, it's a paper, but it still lets the light through more than some other papers. So I cut 4x5 pieces of this paper and I went out to shoot. I of course wanted to try now with new pictures. I didn't want to use these old pictures. That would have been, wrong. You want to shoot new pictures. I went outside and shot some pictures with my pinhole camera and with my Graflex. Took some pictures inside, just to see if this would work. I developed these negatives and then I set up my darkroom and put the first image in. So what do I think? I mean, these pinhole pictures, these were pretty extreme. I don't know. These outside pictures I like more that I took with my Graflex. It's also pretty contrasty. There was snow on the ground, so no wonder this is white. And since this material is not sensitive for red light, that also means it's extra sensitive for blue light. So things like the sky and also the ice, which turns into blue, are sort of overexposed. And it's just the way this material is, and I mean, it's an effect. I mostly like these pictures that I took inside, especially the portrait and well, also other pictures. There are more nuances, there are more shades. I like these a lot. There's an especially nice feeling of this paper now. I think it partially comes from the negative being a paper. So the structure of this negative paper is rendered on the final print. And it makes it really look awesome. I think I'm gonna use this method to take some more portraits and some other indoor pictures, maybe even architecture. Hey, and then there's one more thing. This is probably the cheapest material you can use with your 4x5. I always gravitate toward cheap. I'm a cheap person. Hey, this was an interesting exercise. Next time, something else. See you later.